What's up, guys? Welcome to VHP Engines. Welcome to Sunlight. I don't like it too much. I don't. But anyway, I'm gonna try and do uploads in the daytime. I don't want to do it at night. I know I did one last night. I mean, I used to prefer to do it at night, but I think now I'd rather do it during the day, even though I guess doing it during the day is going to give me a lot of comments while I'm fucking at work. Anyway, work is chill enough where I can answer anyway. I just got to log on one of the computers. Yeah, I'm watching y'all's comments, but because I'm still on Straight Talk, I don't have any data left. I can't open YouTube on the phone if I'm not home using Wi-Fi. I have to log on one of the computers at work, which is not really a problem. They're all over the place. To answer you guys. So, anyway, topic. Superchargers. Do they suck? Are they good? Are they worth the money? So the answer to the first question is no, they don't suck. They blow. Duh. No, I don't think they're worth the money either. I really don't. Every time you go to compare a supercharger to a turbocharger, you know, out of all cases and scenarios, the turbocharger always produces more. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, well, why is that? What's the limitation of the turbo versus the supercharger? Well, one of the first limitations that I've always known is that you got more parasitic loss with a supercharger. It takes power to make power with a supercharger. Because of the belt system it runs off of, it takes energy from the engine to produce the extra force to speed up the engine anyway. And so there's that. And secondly, the size of the supercharger, right? I've never really seen a big blower for a Honda or imports in general. They're usually only about like yay big or so. They're not very big. So I think those right there are also two big factors of why they underperform compared to turbos. Turbos come in such a wide range and variety, you can literally choose anything you need for whatever power range that you're going to get. Whereas anytime you go with a supercharger, you're going to be looking at, you know, maybe 400 horsepower, depending on what your setup is and what engine you're using. And as far as so when I look at making power, I look at consistency, price, and availability. Right. As far as consistency, the supercharger has that. It's consistent power. All right. As far as availability, they're not very available, especially if you're a D or a B series guy, like a lot of us still are. You don't readily find superchargers, and when you do, they're extremely expensive, and that being used, or extremely expensive, and they're brand new. So I would not pay $2,000 or $3,000 for a supercharger to make only 300 or 400 horsepower. You know, for you guys, is like, well, supercharger is better for this or better for that. Well, yeah, but all you have to do is if you're doing purpose built for a track or whatnot, like course racing, circuit racing, all you gotta do is get a smaller turbo. Takes care of that fucking problem for the most part. Or build NA and still fucking make decent. You know, you don't have to have high horsepower if you're doing shit like that. But yeah, I don't like superchargers, and that's mainly for that reason. There's such a limitation on what we can do and how often we can find them. If I could go out and find a used supercharger as quick as I could find an old turbo setup, then yeah, I would experiment. Just because of the fact that, like I've said before on this channel, I like to play around with different things and see what I can do with different stuff. But the price, but the practicality is just not there. There's no way I would go out of my way to fucking make a supercharger work to literally limit my power. I don't think the differences in the way it functions are good enough for me to justify using a supercharger over a turbocharger. So you hear me talk about turbo a lot, and that's the reason why. And mainly for those three reasons. Consistency, price, and availability. Those three things are extremely important in that order. And consistency being, like I said, in that order, the number one thing. Yeah, my thing is I've had people recommend do this, do that, run this setup and that setup. I absolutely do not like that at all. I don't want to be that guy that be like, oh, well, I would have beat you if this, or I would have beat you if that. No, I want the same power all the fucking time, even if it's going to be a little less power than I could if I were switching like tune maps, or if I was, switching 85 to regular or to pump. I don't like that shit. So I guess I'm going to talk about here in the near future nitrous, which is one thing that I absolutely hate because it breaks the number one rule, and that's consistency. I will probably never ever run a nitrous system, and of course I'll go into that more when I talk about it, pros and cons. I will try, to get some pros in there for you guys who are considering nitrous. That's fine. Anyway, so now I have overlapped talking into another topic, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off and quit. I'm sorry if you're coming here thinking this is going to be like a super detailed explanation here of what's up with Supercharger, but you can see the time, or somewhere, you can see the time on the video is real short, so, it's not super detailed. If you're new to the channel, this is your first time seeing me here, go click on VHBNs below. I have a lot of videos down there. All those videos are organized into playlists to better help you find the videos to help you answer questions that you may have for me. Good chances any question that you can come up with, I've already answered. Also, you'll find below in the description is all my social media links. I use Facebook for news updates throughout the week. I use Instagram for project pictures, obviously. And I have Twitter and Snapchat for little video updates for things that I may forget to add in videos, or little quick things that I want to tell you guys, usually 1 to 2 minute long videos. I don't really follow people back on social media, but anybody who has me on Snapchat gets a follow back, and I do from time to time peek in on your all stories. If I see the stuff that's car related, I will generally pay attention, and if you're stuck on something, maybe I'll drop in my 2 cents to see if I can help you out. Alright guys, if you got anything out of the video, I appreciate a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if you find anything in the channel overall that you enjoy or think is useful, subscribe and stick around for more content later. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and peace.